I'd like to welcome everyone. My name is Kent Doherty. I am the senior class sponsor and counselor, and we are exceptionally pleased to be here this year. And I want to announce that we're going to be here for many more years. And many of the parents that helped us to make this happen, we really appreciate everything that you did for us. I need to do some safety announcements before we get started. If there should be, we need to keep the aisles clear. This is a real important item. In the past, people were coming up in the aisles to take photographs, and we are not allowed to do that. So the center aisles, especially over here on the sides, we need to keep those clear. In case there is an emergency, we can exit through the south door, which is over here, and also through the west door, which is in the back. The cathedral stewards, you can identify them very easily because they have red collars on, and they've been very helpful tonight, so they can help us out. Cell phones, if you haven't turned them off, please do so. Babies and children, if you get up from their seating, we have a child room. It is about 3/4 the way back over on my left, but your right. And I understand they do have some toys there, but you have to stay with your child. Also, you could use that for a changing room for young children. Bathrooms, the only bathrooms are off to my right. You go through the metal grating there, and then the bathrooms are the first doorway on your left. We have several families, unfortunately, that are missing a parent, both mothers and fathers, and the parents. And because of this, the Air Force and the Army and the Navy, the Defense Department, has provided money in order for us to do a live web broadcast. And probably the people in the aisle here cannot see it, but there are 3 cameras that will be filming the whole graduation, downloadable, and it will also run for most of the summer. And the nice thing about it is you can speed back and forth through it, so you don't have to watch everybody. You can just watch the people you want. Now, we are so lucky to have this wonderful venue here, this 11th century cathedral. It permits us to have a graduation that is open, and anybody can come to the graduation. We are so pleased. But we want to remind you that we are the guest here, and also match the way our students want to have their graduation. We're very fortunate to have this area, and we want to keep that. I would like to introduce one of the people at the Cathedral. He is going to give you a little welcome, and I think a little history maybe about the place also. And Canon David Pritchard, Vice Dean and Canon Pastor, is going to talk to you.
Mr. Doherty, ladies and gentlemen, students, boys and girls, friends around the world, I'm pleased to be standing here this evening to greet you on behalf of my chapter colleagues and the whole cathedral community. The story of this magnificent building goes back actually to the year 673, when Etheldreda, Queen of Northumbria, came here, which was an island in the middle of nowhere, to found a double monastery for men and women. Her holy life was so strong and influential that down the centuries where we are this evening has continued to be a place of prayer, of celebration and blessing. As you've already heard, the building in which we're seated this evening was begun in the year 1081, and the unique spectacular space above this platform where I'm standing, known as the octagon, was completed in the latter part of the 14th century. And those of you, by the way, who were watching on a relay, or even if those of you who are here in person want to know more about this wonderful place, then do look up our website. Indeed honoured that you've chosen to make Ely Cathedral the venue for this evening's celebrations, and on behalf of everyone at the cathedral, may I wish you peace and joy. Thank you so much.
please rise for the posting of the colors and remain standing for the national anthems. Thank you. You may be seated. We will now have a musical selection, The Irish Blessing, performed by our Lakenheath Lancer Choir, directed by Mr. Michael Skiles.
Hi, my name is Kira Flynn, and I'm the Senior Class Vice President of 2009. It is my pleasure to introduce our Class President, Patricia Hoyt.
Faculty, parents, families, and friends, on behalf of the Class of 2009, I am honored to welcome you to our commencement ceremony. In this sea of blue is a diverse sea of graduates. But tonight, we're all the same graduation class of 2009. We've been known by many different names or labels. Tonight, we rise above and we shed those labels. For tonight's graduation is a culmination of our 12-year commitment, starting with that first day of kindergarten and ending tonight as we await the satisfaction of holding our diplomas in our hands. Everyone you see before you has been preparing ourselves to be the businessmen and women, the educators, the military leaders, and parents of tomorrow. Our graduation today, all of those things. Essentially, we are tomorrow's leaders. With the support of our parents, our teachers, and our friends, we made it to this day and to the beginning of a new stage of our lives. Where we go from here and what new frontiers we will discover are still unknown. But as we step out those doors tonight and stare into the first lights of what is to come and what is to be, always remember tonight's victory. Tonight's victory is a culmination, but tonight's victory also challenges us. Our challenge as a graduating class is to soar high with our new wings built of hard work and perseverance. Our challenge is to leave a trail for others to follow. Our challenge is to build our own lives and express our true individuality. Our challenge is to make a real difference in this world. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduating seniors, I leave you with a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson who said, "Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Class of 2009, congratulations on your success tonight. Thank you. And without further ado, it is my pleasure to introduce to you.
scary. Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2009, thanks and scaring me to death. It's a great honor. I appreciate it. And I'm proud to represent all of my colleagues at Lakenheath High School. I think it's amazing. I know I wasn't their first choice. I listened at the meeting. That was David Beckham. Next choice was the Archbishop of Canterbury, followed by the President. Okay. Their speaking fees are higher than mine, so they settled on me. Before I start, I'd like to give a very special greeting to our deployed parents. We have 4 of them. We have Corey's dad, Chloe's dad, Chris's dad, and Elizabeth's mom. Welcome to Ely Cathedral, and thanks for your service. You know, this gives me a chance to thank all military parents. I've worked with the military now in Dodge for 34 years, and respect for everything that you do. And I'm really proud to have served you and your families. This is overwhelming, isn't it? You're in Ely Cathedral. Look up. Look around you. Remember where you are. Try to savor the occasion. Your friends are in a gym or on a football field. As I watched students at the prom last week, I was struck by how happy everyone was. Well, this is even better. When the graduates marched in to the sounds of that amazing organ, I get chills. And as much as I love the entry, the recessional is even better. It sometimes brings tears to my eyes. Get ready. So take time to reflect. Enjoy this. They're making a lifelong memory here. Now, what do I say? What do you say at graduation? I've done this 4 times. I have nothing new to say. So I asked the seniors for suggestions. Scary. First one, make it memorable. That's hard. You parents, do you remember who said what at your high school graduation? Do you remember who the person was? Doubt it. In order to be memorable, it might have to be dangerous. I don't want people calling the school on Monday. At one graduation I saw in Kansas, a student mooned the governor from a balcony. Okay, that was memorable, but not very meaningful. Second suggestion, probably the best one. They said, just wing it, okay? Don't prepare it all. Come in, say the first roll. And I thought, maybe. And then another kid said, wouldn't that be too much like one of your classes? Maybe not good. Third suggestion, the one I like the best, tell secrets about seniors. It's very, very tempting. In 2001, I had 2 girls who had secret belly button rings, and they had not told their parents. In fact, their parents had told them specifically that they could not do this. So they showed them to me in class, and I decided to out them at graduation. And I did. Aided me for a year. Okay, now they're my Facebook buddies. So this year, I'd planned to find out if any seniors had secret tattoos. And if they had hidden them from their parents, I would dramatically... It would have worked, but sad to say it won't, because all of the seniors have secret tattoos. Parents, you might want to examine your children a little bit tonight. And if you want an investment tip, invest in companies that remove tattoos. When they're my age, they may not be thrilled with that picture of the Queen on their stomachs. Okay, fourth suggestion. You know this is coming. You're a government teacher. Talk politics. Cathedral? Think that more to say, well, this may not be the time and the place to do that. Okay? One student got really exasperated and finally said, well, you don't know much about anything else, do you? Okay, I guess I have to do it. And then they said, besides, you know, people think you brainwash us. Okay, there's an old story that all of the social studies teachers at Lakenheath High School, I lost my page, I don't want to do that, are very liberal, and that we systematically try to impose our point of view on innocent students. Of course, that's not true. Wait, I'm retiring. Time to finally tell the truth. Yes, I am a lifelong liberal Democrat. In odds, converting people to my cause, or expulsion. And I'm proud tonight to say that this year has been particularly, each and every student is a card-carrying member of the Democratic Party. Okay? I can now retire happily. My work here is done. But see this girl? This is Mona Milani. She's the only Republican in the class of '09. Despite all of my efforts, she remains stubbornly conservative. It keeps her from being brainwashed like that. Her mom is Cuban, and her dad is Iranian. Okay, now I've looked it up, and there's no Cuban who's ever married any other Iranian ever in the world. So she's the only product of a union like that. And if you look, you see what you get. You get an intelligent, beautiful girl, a little bit right-wing. Gene pool needs to be tweaked a little bit. Okay, Mona's pretty tough. I've really tried to convince her. I've done everything but waterboard the child. So, let's try one more. Mona, are we voting for Obama in 2012?
I don't know. I don't think that's a very good idea, Keegan.
Oh, for one. Try this. Repeat after me. This is simple. Fox is not news.
Was it Fox is the only news?
Not quite. Why don't you go sit? Okay, honestly, we don't try to change their thinking. We just want them to think. We're happy if they're aware of the issues, and in truth, there are a lot of Republicans behind me, I guarantee you. I have a lot of Republican friends. Of course, they're not very good friends. Let's go on. No speech. The speech is shorter than the introduction, I promise. Okay. Ceremony. The graduates and the parents. Both groups should be thrilled tonight. Most of you really are. But many are pretty tense. Can you feel it in the air? In just the last few weeks, I've had lots of parents, and I've learned that many in these two groups, instead of celebrating, are engaged in something similar to open warfare with each other. There's misunderstanding and hostility on both sides. Believe that their parents are tightening up on them now more than ever before, instead of giving them the freedom that they deserve as new adults. Some parents, you like that? Some parents, on the other hand, think their students, instead of becoming more responsible, are increasingly rebellious, disobedient, and basically out of control. Want a few examples? I'm good at this. Christina Foster, how many times did your mother... Don't laugh yet, I haven't even said it. How many times did your mother call my classroom in one day to order you to go home immediately and speak with her? How many times did you refuse to go? Answer would be 3. What did you say on the 4th time? Something like, the older I get, the less my mom trusts me. You thought your mom was pretty unreasonable, right? But you were the one that was stomping around my room, correct? Another senior, this one has to be unnamed, told me how exasperated he was with his dad. He's trying to make up for all his parental mistakes in the last 18 years by grounding me for the last semester of my senior year. How horrible. I might add that this student had a 1 point. Still another unnamed senior told me that now that she was 18 and graduating, her parents were stricter than ever. They kept her so far away from boys on such a short leash that she said she had the social life of a nun. Seniors have had their cars taken away, their video games confiscated, and their freedom destroyed. Such injustice, according to them. And it's not only seniors who are concerned. As I do business on base, I often hear similar stories from parents. Examples? I call Geico about car insurance. Get that? Veronica Stoic instantly promised me free coverage for a year if I could figure out how to get Chris to graduate. Okay? You guys call Geico. They've got great deals. Okay? She's very, very concerned about her son. During my pack-out briefing, I noticed the counselor's name was Gunter. When I asked if he was Kia's dad, all conversation about the move stopped immediately. He launched into a very familiar story about how worried he was about Kia, and she didn't have the plan for the rest of her life, and he didn't know. He was really worried. Conversation went on for a long time. We never did get back to talking about the move. Sergeant Gunter, my things have not been picked up yet. Should I be concerned? Are parents overprotective and overreacting? Well, when my daughter Annie graduated here 4 years ago, we had a little party for her at our house. One of the mothers calls, asks if they're... Now, I have little nerd parties and everyone knows it. I said, yes, if you think I'm an adult, there will be adults there. But I couldn't resist. So I asked her if her daughter was going to college. When she happily chirped yes, I told her that in a couple months, her daughter would be sitting in a college dorm room. Alcohol would be available. Boyfriends would be available down the hall. Parties would be available everywhere. And there would be no adult supervision ever again. Silence at the other end of the phone. Sheer terror. Shouldn't have done that. But that's basically why some people are apprehensive. So do I have any answers? Well, of course I do. I'm a teacher. I can answer everything. So here are the answers. Seniors, your parents have not gone crazy. They're scared. It's not that they don't trust you. They're just very, very concerned about you. They're in uncharted waters here for sure. They love you and want the best for you, and sometimes they overreact. Try giving them a break. They hope they've prepared you well for the world. And when you prove it to them by becoming responsible adults, they'll get off your backs. Parents, relax. Your kids aren't crazy. Lamar. Is that good? They want independence, but they're afraid of it too. They're scared just like you are. Parents are very often surprised when I tell them how wonderful their students are. They usually think it's a case of mistaken identity. They ask, does she slam doors in your classroom? Does she shout at you and tell you she hates you? Does she kick the TV? No way, never, ever. And why not? Simple answer. They save their very worst behavior for you, their parents. They do. Try throwing an ugly tantrum with your peers in school, and you face humiliation and possible rejection. So, they let it out on their parents because they know they can do so and still be accepted. So, let them scream. They'll get over it. Besides, parents, you probably need to be nice to them. They'll pick your nursing home. Okay, I'm approaching the big conclusion here. Chaplain Searle said that about 4 times last night, and he didn't get to the conclusion, but I'm going to get there faster than Chaplain Searle. I have to say goodbye to the class of '09. Allie Bissey, we've talked about this. Very hard thing to do, isn't it? When I asked my fellow teachers what to say about this class specifically, most of them said the same thing. They said, this is one of the nicest groups we have ever had. And I agree with them. You guys, your teachers really like you. And I sure do. Why? I'll give you a few examples. One of the homecoming dress-up days early in the school year was called Twin Day. There were lots of very imaginative costumes and ideas. The very best, I thought, was organized by James Madsen. He got most, if not all, of the Mormon kids in the school to dress as missionaries. They had the cool white shirts, the ties, the conservative suits. You've seen them. They roamed the school knocking on doors. They did. Why was I so impressed by them? I was impressed because they were willing to use self-deprecating humor. They made a little good-natured fun of themselves, using a subject that's well and truly important to them. They trusted their peers not to attack them. And that's exactly what they wanted. Everyone loved it. No one's feelings were hurt. Would they have done that 30 years ago? I doubt it. These kids don't know a lot about prejudice and racism. Now, I'm not totally naive. I live in the world, okay? And I know these things. For these kids, increasingly, it's something in the history books. They don't even know ethnic slurs. I had to teach them. It was fun. Okay. When Obama was elected, now remember, don't be afraid. No more politics, I promise. When Obama was elected, I was waxing poetic about the first black president, first mixed-race president, how I never thought I'd see it in my lifetime. I'm rambling on about the civil rights movement when Drake Tucker interrupts me. He says something like, you know, it means a lot to you, but it's really not that big a deal to us. At first I wanted to slap him, and then I thought, you know, he's right. He's really right. Race means very little to these kids. They're on their way to being completely past it, and that's a very good thing. They're much more tolerant than previous generations, than yours or mine. Okay, just a couple more lines. I know you're tired. Your purple limo. That was the classiest arrival I ever made to the prom. Time to give out the Best Name Award. Unanimous choice. Shantanique. Okay? Shantanique has the best name in the class. Okay? Her last name's a little bit common. Too bad it's not something exotic like Timanglo. Shantanique Timanglo. It just goes. Okay. Last award, Best Texter Award, goes to Brittany Bassinger, who, as we speak, has probably sent 45 texts from her pocket all over the world. She's good. She can do it from my class. Becky and Sam, are you listening? Yes? Remember that you promised to try to quit smoking. The benefits are huge. And here's the best one. When you're 62 like I am, you'll still be good-looking women, not ugly hags. Think about it. And all of you, on a serious note, please remember that drinking large amounts of alcohol isn't an accomplishment, it's a weakness. And tonight and every other night of your life, remember to never get into a car if the driver has been drinking. I'd love to mention all your names, but you're ready to graduate. I could tell a lot more revealing stories about seniors, but they might unfriend me on Facebook. Can't risk it. Aaron, I'd like to tell your story, but you will be pulled out of the graduation line if I do. I'm now finishing my 39th and, sadly, last year of teaching. I know I'll remember thousands of students, but I think I'll remember 09 the best. Why? Homer Simpson. Homer Simpson says every time you meet a new person, you have to forget an old one. So, when I forget a lot of those old students, you guys will be fresh. I've enjoyed knowing you. I've been happy to take you on field trips, and I have absolutely loved teaching you. I hope you'll adopt me as an honorary member of the class of 09. On behalf of my colleagues at Lakenheath High School, I wish you good luck great success. Thank you and goodbye.
Gentlemen, my name is Kirsten Laverne, and I am the senior class treasurer of 2009. I would like to introduce three very talented ladies, Michelle Sullivan, Jessica Surd, and Brittany Basinger, who will be performing a piece called Menuetto, assembled by Mr. Skiles.
It is my honor to introduce the salutatorian for the class of 2009, James Madsen.
Parents, teachers, fellow graduates, what an evening. After 13 years of school, for all of us who didn't cop out, my fellow seniors and I are being recognized. But it's these past 4 years, our high school career, that I want to focus on tonight. As we reflect on the past 4 years, high school has come to mean many things to us. It brings to mind the stress and frustration that comes with a homework assignment. It reminds us of the inevitable drama that explodes whenever people disagree or when two students start going out. It has become synonymous with sleep deprivation as we pull late-nighters to finish that 10-page paper for Miss Brady or those 1,000 math problems for Mr. Ballou. High school has never meant instant gratification, but as we sit here tonight, all that comes to mind is that it was all worth it. All the work, all the stress leads to this wonderful moment when we are being rewarded for everything. Instant gratification is not a factor, but satisfaction is definitely guaranteed here at Lakenheath High School if you pay that you get your money's worth here in this school. The more you study and the harder you work, the greater your opportunity for advanced education. This school has given us so much to be thankful for. There are so many great memories that we can take with us from our time here at Lakenheath. We might remember being blinded by Mr. T's shining head when the sun reflects off his head, or maybe we'll remember his great sense of humor and willingness to hear us out in fondness the hours spent in his classroom. Perhaps we'll remember seeing Mr. Keegan wandering hopelessly around the campus because he doesn't know how he got to school. Which we would attribute to early onset memory loss, but at his age you can't call anything early onset. But most of us will instead recall the honor it was to learn from such a great man, and we will be grateful for how well he prepared us to face the real world. Every teacher, administrator, and staff member here at Lakenheath has had a huge positive influence on our lives. Trials and pains we'll taste later in life, or has provided us with instruction that has propelled us to a whole new intellectual level. We will always be in debt to the great faculty who have given their all to ensure that we have a fighting chance. And I know I speak for my classmates when I say thank you to the teachers, staff, coaches, and most importantly, to all the parents for everything we've received as a result of your hard work and commitment to making our success not just possible, but probable. What has all this work been for? Why have so many adults been spending their time talking to a bunch of teenagers? The answer is simple: education. Abraham Lincoln, the father of the Republican Party, which Mr. Keegan often refers to as, quote, the finest political institution in the history of our great nation, he said this: upon the subject of education, not presuming to dictate any plan or system respecting as the most important subject which we as a people can be engaged in. The pursuit of education has superseded nearly every other goal in the lives of the graduates seated, to which so many gifted individuals have sacrificed their time and talents. In today's world, it is through education that success is attained and that a promising future becomes possible. In these high-fashion robes and hats are here because they have devoted themselves over the last 4 years to obtaining an education, and because each wants a successful future and a life that will make a difference in this world. Fellow members of the Lakenheath High School graduating class of 2009, let's remember our time here for many years to come. Memories we will always carry with us will be a comfort in the future as we move on to bigger and better things. To quote James Barrie, a famous Scottish playwright, God gave us memory so that we might have June roses in the December of our lives. But we did it. As of today, we're done with the first long chapter of our lives. Let's go out and make our teachers, parents, and each other proud. Let's make being a member mean something. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michelle Sullivan, and I'm the Senior Class Secretary of 2009. It is a great pleasure for me to introduce the musical talent of Kelly Schreiber, who will be singing I Hope You Dance. Enjoy.
Your sense of wonder. You can't get to eat, but always keep that hunger. Where you never take one single breath for granted. God forbid love ever leave you empty-handed. I hope you still feel small ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope one more opens. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. You never fear those mountains, never settle for the path of least resistance. Living might mean taking chances, but they're worth taking. Loving might be a mistake, but it's worth making. Don't let some hell-bent heart leave you bitter. When you come close to selling out, reconsider. Give the heavens above more than just a passing glance. And when you get the choice to dance, I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you dance. I hope you still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. Whenever one door closes, I hope. Promise me that you'll give faith a fighting chance. And when you get the choice to sit it out or dance, I hope you dance. 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 I hope you dance.
Thank you.
It is my honor today to introduce the seniors class valedictorian of 2009, Mercedes Prand.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, friends and family, teachers and administrators, and those not here with us today. We stand gathered together to celebrate the accomplishments of the class of 2009 of Lakenheath High School. And from the short time I have been a part of the Lakenheath Lancers, I definitely have seen great accomplishments by this class. This is my first year, and sadly last year. And truthfully, I was rather scared of coming. I came from a small school of only 56 students, which presented challenges of its own. But the fear of coming to a new school, a bigger school, was the greatest challenge I faced this year. I think the fear of failure pressures us to be more conservative. Risking our hand at new ventures means risking failure. Fortunately, I did not let the fear prevent me from learning of the great people, the things that stretch you, the things you might not be good at, turn you into a cold and timid soul, afraid to try. Don't worry if the future is not clear. If you're not sure what you want to major in, where you want to work, who your peers will be, what activities you want to do. Life is not a printed MapQuest itinerary to be followed by which you can identify and reach your dreams, and I don't think there's a magical formula to find the answer. I was once told that people can't learn unless it's within their learning style, but isn't the object of learning to reach outside of your comfort zone? As you enter post-high school life, continue to look for opportunities to stretch yourself and fully experience all that life has to offer, and reach outside of your comfort zone. Who knows, you may just have some fun. Like Dr. Seuss says, you have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. Thank you.
Dignitaries, faculty, family, and friends, class of 2009 is privileged to have you witness their graduation in this magnificent historical cathedral of the celebration for all of us, but we must also respect and remember our surroundings. Lakenheath High School will award 110 diplomas today. And I would like to add that this is my first class while at Lakenheath High School that every senior will be graduating on time. But I must say, not without some arm twisting. I wish we could applaud with brevity. We ask you to hold your applause until each row of graduates has returned to their seats. Remember the privilege that has been granted to our students and families to be here tonight. The memories of this commencement will be of these wonderful surroundings of the historic Ely Cathedral and of the proud achievements of the Lakenheath High School graduates. Please do not shout out or call out names during the presentation of diplomas or during applause. The seniors were given an opportunity to write a brief statement about this special occasion. After reading the senior's name, Ms. Henshaw and I will read what some seniors have chosen to share. Due to safety reasons, we must keep the aisles clear and stop having guests come up to take photos. But I want to remind everybody that each of the seniors had an individual photo taken yesterday of them receiving their diploma. We also have a group photo that they will take away, and the video. Now remember to hold your applause so that each senior's name can be heard clearly. Before I start, though, I would like to point out that you may notice that some seniors have a little extra garb on top of their caps and gowns. And I'd like to explain a few of those things. Bree, would you stand up, please? You'll notice that Bree has an extra tassel on her hat. It is a gold tassel. This is to signify an honors diploma. We have 6 graduates who will graduate with honors today. They have all earned at least a 3.8 GPA and have taken 4 AP courses. Thank you. Shelby, could you please stand? You will notice that Shelby has a white collar on. This white embroidered collar is to signify her membership in the National Honor Society. She is worked very hard to be in this society. You have to not only have scholarship, but you also must have recommendations from teachers and also put in quite a few volunteer hours. Thank you, Shelby. Amanda? Amanda is wearing a sash that is from the Kitty Hawk Society. This is an honor society for our JROT. This is your 4th year in ROTC? 3rd. Okay. Thank you, Amanda. Now, it is with great pleasure we announce the Lakenheath High School graduating class of 2009 and award their diplomas. Patricia L. Hoyt, Class of 2009 President. Patricia is forever grateful for her family's unconditional love and support. Without their constant encouragement, she would not be the person she is today. Patricia thanks them for getting her this far, and she hopes Mercedes Leandra Prawn, Class of she will be receiving a DoDEA Honors Diploma. Mastered the game, never studied or did homework, drew random pictures as notes, partied during exams. Mercedes will attend the University of Idaho in the fall and major in mechanical engineering. She has been told to change to survive, but won't. James Rule Badson, Class of 2009 Salutatorian. James will be receiving a DoDEA Honors Diploma. James is also the Student Council representative for the class of 2009. Thanks to everyone. James wants to thank everyone. Mom and Dad, you are the best parental units ever. Abram, you do, man. Carissa, you are super amazing. Thanks to Clary and John for always being there for me. You're all the best ever. Guess what? I'm done. Kelly Marie Schreiber. Kelly realizes none of her dreams could ever come true without the many blessings from God and the loving and caring support of her family, teachers, and peers. Thanks for making a difference. You know who you are. God bless. Zoe Christine Opine. Tabitha Renee Pickney. Tabitha would like to thank her family for always being there for her and pushing her through school. Tabitha would like to thank her boyfriend Joshua for always standing behind her when she needed it the most. Tabitha loves you guys. Kirsten Monique Laverne, Class of 2009 Treasurer. Kirsten would like to say thanks to her family for believing in her and being her ATM machine. She loves you very much. To her friends, you have made 3 years worth it. Kirsten will never forget you. Joe, she smells the pizza. Booyah. Kira Elizabeth Flynn, class of 2009, Vice President. Kira would like to thank all of her family, especially her parents and Grandma June, for their love, support, and encouragement throughout the years. To her fabulous friends, especially Tiffany, Kara, Chloe, for making it an unforgettable year. Michelle Ann Sullivan, class of 2009, Secretary. Michelle would like to thank her family, especially her dad, for being supportive and her mom always believing. Also, Sister Jackie, always giving her back. Thank you all oh so much. She won't forget this night. Michelle loves you all. Alexis Jordan Thomas. Allie would like to thank her family and friends for staying by her side throughout high school. There have been ups and downs, but more important, she got through it all. High school is ending while college is just beginning. Finally. Brittany Sierra Basinger. People always say high school is the best time of your life, but really high school is where you find out whom really matters and who never really did. Without my family and best friends, I would never have made it. I love you. Tamala Renee Banks. Tamala would like to say, thanks God she made it. She gives love to her family and friends and would like to say thanks for the support. She appreciates the love given from Nakima, Nicole, Dave. Love you all. Kirsten Alice Garner. Kirsten wants to thank 4 important people. Her mom, stepdad, best friend Alec, always been there for her and pushed her to do her best. Kirsten finally made it. Thank you. She loves you. Applause for these graduates.
Sarah Elizabeth Burr. Sarah would like to thank her family and friends for supporting her throughout her high school years and for pushing her in the right way. Thank you everyone. Sarah loves you all. She finally reached her true goal, which was graduating from high school. Mona K. Milani. Mona would like to thank her mom, dad, and brother for being there with her through everything, her teachers who kept her interested in school, and goose-stealing partner in crime. Love you guys. Shayla S.L. Wade. Shayla would like her mom for giving her life, to thank making sure she always had what she needed to succeed. Shayla would also like to thank her dad for being there for her as well. And finally, Shayla wants to thank her friends for being amazing and very supportive. Catherine J. Bailey. Catherine would like to thank her mother for always believing in her and always being there when she needs her. Catherine would like to thank her teachers and friends for helping her get through school. She will miss everyone. Jeffrey Bayward Stewart. Jeffrey currently has a deployed parent. It was a challenging year. AP courses, sports, a new relationship, all at the same time. It was worth it though. Now is not the time to stop because there's family and friends looking on waiting to see just what becomes of Jeffrey. Tatiana Nadine Joris. Thanks to all of the paths that have crossed and altered Tatiana's and helped her through all of the rain and fears to make this day finally come. Alexandra Rochelle Bissey. Alexandra Rochelle Bissey is receiving a DoDEA Honors Diploma. words to adequately tell you how thankful she is to have you. Dad, you are Allie's hero, and you always will be. Vanna, don't get too big for your britches while Allie's away. Beverly Elise Tharp. Big Bev wants to give a big thanks to her family for putting up with and supporting her through the years. She would also like to show a really big love to her mama, papa, and mummy for always having her back. Patricia Vera Fugate. Patricia has been looking forward to this day since kindergarten, but now that it's finally here, she realizes how fast time has gone by. She wants to thank friends and family for everything they have done. 2009, baby. Dmitry S. Goryanov. Goryanov Dmitry Sergeyevich, hailing straight from behind the Iron Curtain, would like to thank his mom for making graduation in England possible, and also for all of the help with college, which he will be attending with William Tate III. Aubryon Noel Basnet. Aubryon Noel Basnet is receiving a Dodia Honors Diploma. Friends for their amazingness, her teachers for putting up with her smart mouth, and her family for all of the love and support they continually give to her. Dodia Honors Diploma. You've brains in your head, you've any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know. You're the person who'll decide just where you go. Thank you to everyone. Caitlin Danielle Ridenauer. Katie thanks her mom for making her strong, her dad for always pushing her, Jacob for laughs and love, Austin for being, Derek for telepathy, hee-hees, lits, sets. Oh, Katie loves you all. Stephanie Ann Holliday. Do not be afraid of dying. Be afraid, rather, of a life unlived. With this viewpoint, Stephanie feels her senior year has been lived without fear. The support of her loving family and friends has helped this year to be the best. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to row number 2.
Brandon S. Jones. Brandon, today is for Brandon's family and friends who have made this possible. For the best BK lunches and the last second crunches. It has been pretty tough, but the road seems ahead much more rough. Kelly Marie Sweeney. Kelly would like to thank all the people who have been a part of her life. Without these intelligent, unique, inspiring people and their lasting impressions, she would not have become the person she is today. Tiffany Jo K. Bradley. Tiffany Jo would like to say thanks to her mom and father for all their love and support, for always encouraging her to do her best, to Tyler and Taylor for being there, and to all her friends for good times. Chloe Amber Nicole Stutz. Chloe's father is currently deployed. No matter where in life takes you, Chloe will never forget where she came from. Love you, Mom, Dad, Caleb, and Jacob. High school would never have been the same without her amazing friends. Finally, we made it. Luke M. Seibert. Christina Eleni Marie Razzo. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for being there for Christina through these past 18 years. She will be forever grateful. Special thanks to her friends for making her who she is today. Thank you, Miss Giamatti, for everything. Talia Morgan Taylor. Talia would like to say thanks to her family, Lucia Haunton and Christine, and her extended family for everything they do. Also, thanks to Talia's friends who have been there for her every step of the way. Legacy to Lakenheath. Nicole A. Jones. Nikki would like to thank her family and friends for their love and support. Although she will miss all the great times she had in high school, she is so happy this moment has come. Peace out, Lakenheath High School. Elena Gabrielle Cardenas. Elena would like to thank her family for being there for her during all these years. She wants to send her love out to all those who are watching. Mom, Dad, Elena's finally made it. Audrey Lynn Dodge. Audrey has put her heart into her education for the past 4 years. During those 4 years, her parents have always been there for her through everything. Audrey would like to say thank you to everyone that is a part of her life. Megan Marie Searle. Megan would like to thank her family and friends supporting her through the good and the bad. Megan would also like to thank her teachers for helping her mature into the person she is today, and most of all, for God. A word to your mother. Peace out. N. Gunter. Kia would like to thank her family and friends for their support and love all through. Also likes to thank God. She mainly wants to thank her parents for putting up with her. She loves you all. Brittany Christina Tamanglo. Ty Manglo. Always one name. Brittany would like to thank her mother, father, brothers, and friends. She did not think she was going to make it this far, but she did. Colton J. Olivier. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Peace out, Lakenheath. Let's give these graduates.
Jessica Lynn Surge. Jessica acknowledges that she would not have made it without lots of help from her friends and family. Jessica also thanks her teachers for getting through her thick skull. Special thanks to Coach Gilmore. Jessica will miss everyone and will never forget them. Bryony I. Mueller. Ashley N. Day. Ashley would like to thank her parents for their love, support, and encouragement. Ashley wants to thank all of the people who have had an influence on her life, good and bad, and for helping shape the person Ashley has become. Richard S. Bragg. Amanda Renee Kopecki. First, Amanda thanks Jesus and her Grammy. She thanks her parents for showing her growing up does not mean she cannot have fun. She thanks her friends for making this year she will never forget and says, hey, we are all Dodds graduates. Amanda Marie Schrader. Amanda is grateful that her parents were there to help her through everything and for also putting up with her all of these years. She will miss all of the people she is leaving behind, especially the history teachers in the annex building. See you later. Corey Keith Akers. These are the kind of moments in life you wish you could have the Morgan Freeman narrating somewhere in the background, but it looks like a counselor will have to do. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Kay. Thanks, Jazzy. Matthew Joel Patty. Matt would like to thank his family and friends for all of their help and support throughout the years. Lisa Marie McBride. Lisa has had a brilliant 4 years at LA Dancers. She would also like to give a shout out to her family. Crunchy Peas. Lisa. Tyler James Shoey. Tyler would like to thank his family for the love and care they have provided, his friends for the memories and fun, and God for blessing him with both. Sean, Shane, and Mitchell are all his best bros. Thank you. Zachary Michael Carroll. Zach would like to thank his family, friends, and administrators for all of their help. Throughout the 3 years at Lakenheath High School, Zach has made many friendships and accomplished many of his goals. Michael M. Host. So, it all comes down to this: their last moment, their walk. It has been a hard year, but the difficulty has only made Mike stronger, thanks to his family and friends, because frankly, none of this would be possible without you. Brittany Michelle Latham. The last 4 years at LHS have been memorable. Playing tennis, playing basketball and soccer, and being allowed to travel and meet amazing people. Thank you to my family for the support. The next 4 years at The Ohio State University will be another adventure. Holly Ann Chatburn. Holly is grateful to her family for always being unconventional and wacky enough to allow her to be herself, and to all of her teachers over the years for allowing her to ask questions. Every question has made school worth the effort. Ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to row number 4.
Ian Philip Bugarin, Rojas. Ian would like to thank Mom and Dad for all the support and inspiration. He wishes that his sister Hannah has an awesome 6 more years of school. Ian loves you guys and says thanks for the dinner afterwards. Ariel Marie Buffett. Ariel needs to thank her family for their love, faith, and encouragement, her friends for always being there no matter what, and to everyone who helped her along the way to who she is today. Christopher J. Kumuka. Joshua James. Joshua would like to thank his family for what they have done for him. He would like to thank them for being behind him every step of the way. Joshua loves you, Mom and Dad, to the future. Rebecca Lee Ramsey. First, Rebecca wants to thank her mama, papa, and sister Tanya, her Bear family, and Brandon Jones. I still want to be buried here, just like I said, but I would prefer if you'd wait till I'm actually dead. Peace. Julia Christine Novak. Julia would like to thank her family for always being there for her. She loves them all and will miss them terribly. Also, she would like to thank Joshua for helping her throughout her year. Goodbye, Lancers, and good luck. Christina Grace Foster. Christina would like to thank her parents for always supporting her, Felicia and Patricia for being amazing, Alan Ryan for being Ireland's finest. You guys make Christina's senior year unforgettable. Congrats, class of 2009. Felicia Marie Wagner. Felicia would like to thank her parents for sticking by her throughout the year and her best friend Christina and Patricia for just being amazing. This year has been fun. She is looking forward to her future. Congrats, class of 2009. Get her done. Samantha Jolene Hauser. Samantha would like to thank her friends and family. She is grateful her dad and Mimi are here to see her graduate. It's finally over. Don't cry, Mom. Hi, Joe. Leah is thankful for God, her mother, and brother Paul and James. Words cannot express her boundless gratitude. Leah would also like to honor and thank her father. She treasures every irreplaceable memory. Leah loves you and misses you dearly. Kiasha R. Sowell. Kiasha would like to thank her mom, her brother, and also God for pushing her to be the best, and of course, Dr. Nina Brown for helping me choose my future school, Tuskegee. Elizabeth Anya Hartman. Elizabeth has a deployed parent, receiving an honors diploma for teaching her independence, her mother for passing on her strong will, and Dad for all that you think you have done wrong. You must have done something right. Butterfly kisses, Dad. Go Liz. Christopher Kevin Stoic. Christopher has a parent deployed. Chris would like to thank his sister Savannah for all the good times playing Xbox, his sister Elizabeth for sharing her amazing stories, her parents for always listening and being there, and her friends for all their support. Amanda Jade Rutherford. Amanda would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers for all they have done, and hope that her grandma is well. Amanda would also like to thank Dr. Volk for all of his help. Let's give these graduates a big round.
Josiah Joy, class of '09. He also thanks Julia, who coincidentally does not realize that he is going to be sneaking her into his suitcase when he leaves for Virginia. Most importantly, Josiah thanks his family for their continual support throughout his life. Ree Yeomans. Kara would like to thank her parents for always encouraging her, her sister for keeping her spirits up, her spectacular friends, especially Lena Nater, Julia Bott, Liz Tastic, and Tifa to thank her boyfriend. Kara loves you, Stefan. Indubitably. Dennis Eric Douglas. Eric, the football player, the basketball player, track runner, and all-around athlete, is now done with school. Thanks to everyone that helped to all. Stephanie Nicole Harvey. Stephanie wants to thank everyone for being patient. Most of all, her mom and dad. Without them, she would not have made it this far. Stephanie also wants to acknowledge she would not have tried. Megan Ashley Masters. Megan would like to thank her parents for supporting her through these 4 years, and to her sister Caitlin for keeping them interesting. Robbie L. Lamug. Robbie would like to thank his family and friends for their love and support. He loves you all, and he would not have made it without your help. Robbie loves his mommy very much. James M. Roderick. James M. Roderick has a parent currently deployed. Apollo Drake Reel. Apollo could not have gotten this far if he would not have had the love and support from his family and friends here and across the pond. Apollo would like to give a special thanks to his parents. Brittany Nicole Tweet. Brittany wants to thank all of her friends and family. She would not be where she is today without it. Brittany wants to thank her teachers, everyone at Club Beyond, Pre-Med. Thomas Lewis Cleary. Thomas with school and with life. He would like to thank his sister Christine for being awesome and being there when he needed her, and to his friends for some really awesome memories. Shantanique Laquan Jones. Shantanique has enjoyed her last 2 years at LHS and has been able to bequeath a multitude of talents that she never had a chance to use. As she graduates, she hopes of continuing to honestly labor hard and prosper. Michelle would like to thank her parents for being so cool, David for all the makeup, Rachel for being random, Betsy and Britta for skipping golf practice with her due to the lack of golfing skills. Love you, Blueberry, Kapow. Joshua Alexander Gates. Josh would like to thank his mom, close friends and family for supporting him throughout his high school life. He would like to tell his mom how appreciative he is for her and for her love and care. Adam John Ellertson. Adam would like to thank everyone who is here tonight supporting him. He would like to pay special thanks to the close support of his granddad John, his Nana Rose, Mom Tracy, stepdad. His sister Alicia is also thanked for her support through the past 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, row 6.
Sean Brian Gresham. Sean would like to thank his family and his best friend Tyler. You guys have always been. Sean has finally made it. Sean loves you guys. Class of 2009, and Sean loves Kirsten. Jeffrey Lloyd Cole. Jeffrey would like to thank his friends and family for being there for him during the stressful 4 years of high school. Dennis Kirk Patton. Dennis would like to thank his family and friends for their undying support. He would like to thank Mom and Dad for dealing with his stubbornness and shaping him into the man he is now. Good luck, class of 2009. Cameron B. Terry. Cameron knows people, teachers, and even unknown influences. Cameron wants his parents loved of him. William Thomas Tate III. Will would like to thank his family and friends for their jesting and mockery on the status of his graduation. to where he is now. This fantastic stallion of a man is striding out of unemployment bravely. Dave Sarleth. Drake J. Tucker. Glad to be graduating on time, grateful for his parents and teachers graduating with all of his friends, and wishes him. John Divovic. John would like to thank his family and grandparents for standing next to him. John would also like to proudly say that he is joining the Air Force this year to be a mechanic. Thank you for everyone that supported. Trevor Kent Snap. Alexander Michael McWilliams. Any institution that allows a student like Alex to graduate is highly suspect. But thanks, Mom and Dad, for the big checks that let me come to LHS and all your love and support. Bryant F. Lancaster. Bryant would like to thank his friends and family for helping him to get this far in life. Without them, he might not be exactly as he is. Again, he gives his everlasting thanks to everyone that influenced his life. Michael S. McKinney. In this bright future, you cannot forget your past. That's a quote from Bob Marley. Thank you, everyone next to him through these years. Thanks, Mom and Shane, for everything. Thanks for everything. Mark D. Delacruz. Mark would like to thank his family for all their love, the Rojas family for being kind and caring. Mark would also like to thank Alyssa Colosito for being so supportive and unbearably cute. Thank you all. Griffiths. Jeff wants to give a shout out to his grandparents. Jeff wants to thank his mom and dad for always supporting him and being there for him. To his brother, he says, "It's party time, big boy. Finally, peace out." Let's give this row a big round of applause.
Justin Alexander James. Justin really hopes he does not fall off the stage tonight. Thanks to all who came out to see graduation, especially those who live half the world away. Thank you, Mom, Dad, and Haley. Love you guys. Graduation. Raymond Warren Clark Dodson. Raymond would like to thank all of the people who have made his time at Lakenheath memorable. His family and his friends have helped him to be who he is today. Raymond would like today to say a special thank you to everyone. Anthony M. Nagel. Tony would like to thank everyone that has ever influenced his life in any way because they have made his life the very best. Tony would also like to thank his parents the most. They are the greatest parents anyone could want. Nathaniel William Barrowman. I walk into the pit, I can see for miles, and I feel dazed and confused. Led Zeppelin. Now that his high school career is over, the falls Nathan has great expectations. Now for the cheesy stuff. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Joseph Dylan Hartman. Joseph would like to thank his parents and family overseas for their determination and sacrifices. He would also like to thank all of his friends here and overseas for being there when he needed them. Oh, and the teachers, too. Thanks. Thomas Clark Batzer. Thomas would like to thank his mother and father for pushing him to do his best, giving him the courage to go out into the world and become successful at whatever he chooses to do. Tyler Kelbert. Tyler would like to thank all of his friends and family, and a special thanks to his mom for helping him for 18 years. Tyler would never be the man he is today without you. Linnell G. Joyner. Linnell wants to thank his mother and father for everything, and especially his sister, Tanisha. He is going to miss all of his friends and teachers here at LHS. Linnell is glad that track was a part of the high school career. Stephen Benjamin Bjork. Stephen would like to thank his family for the support they have given him through high school. You helped Stephen out so much. Thanks to all of his friends, especially his girlfriend, Kara. Thank you. Aaron J. Miles. Aaron would like to say to his family and friends that you have made the past years the greatest. To his biggest motivators, his brothers Brian and Chris, and to his mother, Karen, I love you and I send my biggest thanks. Tyler S. Parmenter. Tyler would like to thank his family for everything. He asked them not to worry next year, even though he knows you will. And yes, Mom, he will remember his pleases and his thank yous. Tyler loves you and he will miss you all very much. Corey R. Linton. Graduation is one of the things that Corey is looking forward to because it marks the occasion of something coming to an end as well as the beginning of something new. But he must, and how the people here helped make it possible. Ladies and gentlemen, row 8. And now Mr. Warford, principal of Lakenheath High School.
Here we have the class of 2009. A round of applause. Almost there. Today, it is my honor, the principal, to honor you. It is my duty to urge you forward, to begin the new, important work that lies ahead. You have already accomplished much. We need you to accomplish more. I hope you will go forward tomorrow with the character, trusting that the right thing to do is the best course always, and with compassion. With gratitude for all that you have given, with gratitude for the opportunity to give back the days to come. And please know that wherever you go, Lakenheath High School will be there with you and for you. As principal of Lakenheath High School, I have reviewed the transcripts of each of these students and certified that they have met the graduation requirements of the Department of Defense dependent schools. At this time, I recognize you as a school class of 2009. Are we ready? Yes.